Okay. Here I'm gonna, in this video, I'm gonna go through quiz 3AB. All right, let's go to see the second question. All right, question 2 is 5 points. It is determine the following statement is true or false. This one, it is possible for Ben's weight to be 200 more than his brother's weight, right? This one is true, right? This one is true. Why it is true? Just think about an example, right? Let's just think about his brother, which is young, right? Let's say which is young, a young kid. Let's say if his body weight is, let's say, 40 pounds, right? For some kids, it's possible, right? Then Ben's is 200 more, right? 200% more. That means 80 pounds more, right? 80 pounds more. You see, that means Ben's weight is 80 plus 40, which is 120, right? You see, this is possible, right? This is possible. Okay, now let's see question 3. Let's see this statement. A recent Jacksonville Daily News headline states that Lyme disease cases quadruple. This is keywords, right? Quadruple in North Carolina. This means that North Carolina has experienced a 400% increase in this disease. So quadruple, that means for example, if the cases is 100, right? If the case is 100 and quadruple is become 400, right? Become 400. So from 100 to 400, it experienced 300 increases, right? 300 increases. And 300 over 100, it is 300%, right? 300%. So this one 400%, so it is false, right? So this one is false. And the first one is true, and this one is false. Okay. This is using quadruple, right? If you use double, right? If you use double, then it is the increase is gonna be 100%, right? Remember the keywords in our notes. And if it's triple, right? If it's triple, then the increase is gonna be 200, right? Gonna be 200. And quadruple, the increase is 300, right? 300. Another way, you see, for this statement, what is right? How do you change this statement to make it right? So we can change the 400 increase to what? The new cases is a 400% of, right? Of the previous cases, right? Then it will be right. Then it will be right. 400 of and 300 more, right? 300% more. Okay, now let's see question 4. This one is pretty simple. What's the percent of the total? Total is just a 40%. Sorry, not 40. Yeah, it's just 44%. It's just 22 miles, right? Just 22 miles over 50 miles, right? Over 50 miles. And this number is 0.44, right? 0.44. 0.44 is what? 40%. 44%, right? 44%. Okay. And now let's see number 5. So absolute change, pretty simple, right? This is the old, right? The old amount. This is the new amount. So you use the new amount minus the old amount. 25% minus 16%, right? Minus 16%. And then you fill up this one. 44%, right? 44%. This one, you see here, you will get 9%, right? 9%. So you just write 9 here, 9 percentage points. And relative change, you're going to use this is the absolute change, right? Use the formula from the notes. is absolute change 9% over the original amount, which is 16, right? Then you use a calculator, right? Use a calculator to calculate this value. And keep, how many digits do they ask? Did they ask, right? But this is what data? This is so 9% divided by 16% equal to 9 divided by 16 and equals 3 over, sorry, okay, is this, you use a calculator, right? Use a calculator, let me find the calculator. Let me find the calculator here. I just Google it. How about I just Google it? To Google what this number. So 6 over 9. 6 over, I'm sorry, no. It's 9 over 16, right? 9 over 16. Yeah, this is the integer, right? This is the integer. So if there is integer, I mean, not an integer, my bad. I mean, there's the decimals is terminate, right? The decimals is terminate. So 56.25, right? 56.25%. So this one you don't need a round since you can get the exact value. So just keep 56.25%, right? Okay. Now let's see next one, number 6. The area of Jules' apartment is 33% more than the area of Alan's apartment. Determine which of the statement below is true. So the first one, the area of Jules' apartment is 133% of the area. This one right, right? The first one is right. It's 33% more, and then plus the 100%, right? It will become 133%. Okay, so you can think about this. You can draw a graph. This is the Alan's, or this is the Alan's apartment, and let me use another color to represent Joe's apartment. Joe's apartment is 30% more, right? Let's see, this is 30% more. Sorry, 33% more, right? 33% more. So it's 33% more. The original is 100%, right? 100%. Alan's is 100%. So Joe's, you have 33% more. That means that the red one, the Joe's apartment. So it's 133% of Alan's apartment. So second one is wrong, obviously, and this is wrong. This is 30% less, not 30% less. This one you should use. If you want to figure out how many percent less, you should use 33%. 33% divided by 100% plus this. All right, this. So this one is right. All right, this one is right. This one not 33% less. It's gonna be less than 33%. Okay, number 7. The regular selling price for a new bedding set at Bed Bath Beyond, right? 3B was so many dollars. The store has a coupon of 20% off. How much would you pay before tax for the bedding set if you use the coupon? You use the coupon, it's 20% off, so the original price is $199. And you use a coupon, get 20% off, so you minus 20% off times, here's times 199. Alright. So what you get $199 minus 20% times 199. It is what? 30. So here's 0.2. It's 0.2 times 199, right? 0.2, sorry, 0.2 times 199. So you can look at 0.2 times 200. You will get 40. 40 then minus 1. You can just use the calculator. Let me calculate this. So you get 8 plus 1. Okay, 9, 3. Get so many dollars, right? You get so many dollars. You minus them, you will get $160.2. $160.2. So final cost is $160.2. Right? But for you, if you cannot calculate oh, I did it wrong. Hey, what's wrong here? Oh, this is not 200. This is 199. So here's a. So here's 150. I saw it's 200, so it's $159.2. $159.2. Okay, now let's see question 8. I remember there's. Okay, question. I think question 8 and question 10 also you guys made mistakes. Question 8 and question 10. Question 8 and question 10. Most of you guys didn't understand it. So in a location election, 55,000 people voted. This was an increase of 6% over the last election, right? How many people voted in the last election? You don't know, right? You don't know how many people voted in the last election, right? So far we don't know. So if you don't know what you're gonna do, set this at X, right? Set it at X. And now read this question again. In a location election, 55K voted, and this was an increase, right? Increase of 6% over the last election. Last election, the number is what? Is X, right? So that means this new data gonna equal to X, the amount of last, right? Last election times 6% times the last election. You see here? Alright, this is the equation, and then you solve this equation for X. How to solve this equation for X? You look at the left side, you look at X as the unit, right? You can look at X as the unit. So 1x plus 6% of X. So it becomes 1 plus 6% of X. Alright. And the fixed percent is 0.06. So 1.06x is equal to 55k, right? Equal to 55k. Then x gonna equal to 55k divided by 1.06. Okay, now let me use Google again. And let's use this. 55k divided by 1.06. You see, this is the value. Alright, this is the value. So 51887, right? This is the value 51887. And where is it now? So here is 51887, right? To the nearest whole number, right? If you keep it, just keep the whole number, nearest whole number. Sorry, what's this? Okay, now I'm gonna see how do you get 1.6x. So here, if you don't know how to, here, this is the factoring, right? Factor the common factor x out. If you don't know how to do this, then you just imagine x as a unit, right? Imagine x as units. You see 1x plus 1x equal to 2x, right? You see 1x plus 0.5x equal to what? 1.5x, right? 1.5x. And 1x plus 20% of x equal to what? Equal to 1 plus 20%. Alright, then times x. 20% is what? Is 2. Well, it's 0.2, so it's 1.2x. So here is similar. Right? The calculation is similar. Good. Okay, since number 8 and number 10 is similar, I'm gonna cover number 10 first. Number 10, the percentage of workers who do not carpool to work this year was 95%, right? Up to 12% of last year, right? From last year. What is the percentage that did not carpool to work last year? So how do you do that? This is what they ask, right? What's the percentage did not carpool last year? So we just assume this you don't know, you want to get it, just assume this at x, right? This at x. And here, look at this sentence, up to 12% from last year, right? So that means up to 12% from the last year. So 12% from last year become this. All right, this sentence means 12% from last year, 12% times x. And x, so x plus this equal to this one. All right, and now x plus 12% x, so x is equal to 1x, right? X equal to 1 times x. 12% is 0.12x. Look at x at the units, right? Write this at the end. Then you have 1 plus 0.12 equal to 95%. So here 1.112x equal to 95%. Then you will get x equal 95% divided by 112, right? 1.12. All right, let me rewrite this. This is the point, right? 1.12. Then use the calculator. Let me use Google again. Google calculator again. So what we do is, I forgot the value. The value is 95% divided by 1.2. So 95% is let's see, it's divided by 100 for it. It's 0.95, right? It's 0.95. Then divided by 1.12. So this value is 0.848. So this value is 0.848. So here you get 0.848. So it is 84.8%. All right, this is the percentage from last year. Okay. Okay, now you see number 8 and number 10 similarly. All right, similarly. I think this is the best way. Right? I think this is the best way to do it. Get the equation. All right, get the equation. You see level 3A, right? Level 3A, there's, I think from number 13 to number 17, several questions you need to use the same method. Number 9, the American Cancer Society projects that there were approximately so many new cases of cancer this year in the U.S. Expresses this quantity in new cases per minute. This is, you see here, just this one, just change this value, million, right? Change this value per year, change this value per year to how many minutes, right? To how many minutes. So let me do this. I'm gonna write in this way, change the color. 1.8 million. So here 1.68 million is this number, right? Then divide by 1 year. Divide by 1 year. And 1 year is what? 1 year is how many days? 365 days. And 1 day is 24 hours. And 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes. So you see the unit cancel, this unit cancel, the day cancel, year cancel. So now it's become more. And here the people, right? People or cases. So now the units become people per minute, right? People per minute. And then you calculate the value, it's equal to this value. Let's change the color. Let's change the color. Equal this value, divide by this, divide by 24, then divide by 60, right? You can use the calculator. You can use the calculator. Let me use the calculator to check it. Let me use the Google again. So what's the value? Is 1.68 million. Right, so here 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is 1.68 million. Then divided by 1 year have so many days, right? Then divided by 1 day have so many hours. Then divided by 1 hour have so many. So 3.196, right? Or 3.2, right? 3.2. But what they ask, keep the integer, right? Keep the integer. You see here, round the answer to the nearest whole number, right? So it's become 3, right? 3 people per minute or 3 cases per minute, right? Okay. Okay, that's it. So do not just get the right answer. Focus on learning, right? Focus on learning. And I think number 8 and number 10, number 8 and number 10, we need to figure out how to do it. Right? Use the equations. Okay, that's for this video. Thank you.